Hey guys, welcome back to Ferrigno Freedom Channel. I'm Dante Ferrigno, and I just wanted to come share with you something I was thinking about this morning. That I was making my kids and my wife some eggs for breakfast. Normally I would have been doing my walk and talk this morning, but Katie has finally taken sick after Levi's been sick for like almost 2 weeks. I kind of had to take over the duties of getting everybody to school. I've already make breakfast for them every morning, but I had to do some more things than I normally do in the morning. So I'm going to be getting my exercise a little later today, whether it's working in the yard on some more trees or getting a walk. Whatever it is, I'll figure it out. But you know, that's just the way life is sometimes. You got to plan around new things. When you got to pick up the weight and carry it for somebody else who carries it usually in the family, that's when those moments I've been talking about come. When you're physically able to do what you need to do. Not only was I able to work, you know, the past couple of days, 8 hours a day, and then come home and work on the channel, but I also was able to get the kids to their karate class and their music classes and everything else that needs to be done, because thankfully I'm no longer held down by what my diet used to do. And I'm about to have a little breakfast here finally. Now that I've got the boys in school and I've got Katie fed and I got her relaxing in bed again so she can get over this sickness she's dealing with, I'm gonna have a little breakfast myself, which is about a pound of hamburger meat that I just finished cooking in the chef maker here on medium. Love this thing. It just makes cooking and cleaning so easy. Anyway, we'll talk about the chef maker another time. I came to talk to you about something that a picture that a viewer sent me that was at the restaurant that they work at, and they saw a box of the eggs that they use to make all of their scrambled eggs and all of their omelets, and basically anything where you don't see the yolk and the white separate in the egg. And some of you are aware of the fact that I've talked about what citric acid is. When you see citric acid as an ingredient in your food, and you're not eating an orange or something that naturally has citric acid in it, then that citric acid is manufactured. And that manufactured citric acid, as I've talked about in a previous video that I'll show you right here, you can go and view this video and get some more information on that, but ultimately I'm going to give it to you real quick, is that citric acid comes from a fungus or a mushroom called Aspergillus niger. And that particular fungus is known to cause a lot of inflammation in the human body. But it does make the food taste extra good. So a lot of companies use this in their food to make their food taste a little bit better, to get you more hooked on eating it, to make it have a little bit of zing to it. But that zing comes at a price, and that price is inflammation. And that inflammation is the root of a lot of the illnesses and diseases that people face. Every time I eat meat, that cat comes around. We recently got 8 new hens. So as I was making the eggs for the boys and Katie this morning to go with their bacon and eggs, I thought about this picture that somebody sent me, and I said, you know what? I need to talk about this, because a lot of people go to places like McDonald's and all these other fast food joints, or even the Waffle Houses and places like that. We don't always look to see where they're getting the egg material from. But most of the time I've noticed that almost always, especially at fast food places, you don't actually see the yolk separate from the white. And if you don't, there's a very good chance it came from liquid eggs that are supplied just like this. And you can see it's prominent on the package that citric acid is one of the main ingredients of this product. So if you're trying to do a carnivore way of eating, especially if you're doing something like lion diet, you're probably not eating a whole lot of eggs anyway. But if you're trying to get some of the inflammation out of your body and you're using carnivore diet to do that, being careful where you source your eggs and where you source other foods is going to be important. Because as I pointed out, even on hamburger meat, you got to read the label. I've seen labels with hamburger meat that talk about artificial or even natural flavors. And the thing about those natural flavors is they don't necessarily mean natural meat is in that flavor, but that flavor has at least like 80%. I forget what the FDA's requirements are, that it has to come from something organic. But if it's an animal product, it has to be specifically stated what it is on the package. So if it says natural, there's very little chance that that's actually natural meat flavor. So whatever it is often soy or some sort of seed oil that you don't want mixed with your burger, especially if you're trying to fight off inflammation and oxidation in your body. If you're trying to have the most healthy result, it really helps when you make your own. So just be on guard when you're out buying food at these restaurants and realize there's not a whole lot of protocols in place for the carnivore community. And there's certainly nothing that lets them know that using Vegeline or some sort of vegetable spray on the grill is going to be a problem for people. They just think of that as a way to grease the grill. I hate to scare you into not being able to get the things you want to get at the store, but I just want to encourage you that you can save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of potential problems with the things that you're eating as far as how you feel and what's going on in your body, and you can even save a lot of money just by making your own food at home. I know that sometimes isn't feasible for people who do a lot of traveling, but I've even talked about how you can take an air fryer with you, whether you're in a truck or in a hotel, and most of the time you can still make your own food and get a much healthier bang for your buck as far as the food goes. But anyway, I hope this information at least helps somebody out to find a way to eliminate some of that inflammation, some of those painful joints, some of those issues that you're having, because it just takes a little extra time. But hey, if my lazy butt can get up and cook all the food that I cook all the time, you can do it too. It just takes a little bit of discipline and a little bit of desire to make sure you're getting it done right. And like I said, you're gonna save money too. So this is the way to go. Make it yourself. I'll see you next time.
If we pay extra, could we maybe get some grease or fat?
What do you want, Toby? Standing here watching me eat my hamburger. Anybody who could wait that patiently deserves their share.